We're going. Podcast is on. It's the two brothers and Damien here.
Two brothers.
Hanging out.
Yeah, I guess.
4th of July.
Oh, shit, it's 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July also.
I hope everybody else is having a good day so far. We're trying to have our best day.
Got a mini bong, taking hits, getting silly.
It is a really good day. Damien, what are you doing tonight?
I'm going to go buy fireworks, and I'm going to go watch fireworks, and I'm going to go...
Waiting till the last minute to buy fireworks?
I think you can get them free at most
the
of the
American
shitty
way.
places now.
Really? Do you get good deals like the same day?
They had like a free sign when I was leaving work this morning. They were like,
saw a
come
free
get
sign.
this shit. We
Really?
don't want it. Yeah.
Did you get some?
No.
You didn't get some and they were free.
I'm going to stop there.
The sign said free, but I didn't want to go in there.
Dude, if I saw a sign that said free fireworks, I would not hesitate.
They were probably all just poppers anyway.
Hey, poppers are better than nothing because I'm going to have to buy fireworks tonight when I go to this little party, and I'm pissed about it.
Well, you should get up to that Albertsons right now and
Cause,
get some free
you
ones.
think they're still up there? You remember when fireworks used to be cool? Right now, even the biggest fireworks are pretty, not impressive to me. I'm kind of jaded to fireworks.
Just pure explosions is the only thing that will get me a chubby anymore.
Well, you remember that one time Duncan had that gorilla firework.
Gorilla
was
Monsoon.
It was our finale firework. I don't know where he got it. He probably got it overseas or some bullshit when he was on business.
When was this?
We were like, I was maybe 13. You were 10. And it was the last firework, and we light that thing, and it doesn't do anything, and we're like, what the fuck? This is supposed to be our finale firework, and it literally just blows up in the middle of the street, in the middle of the cul-de-sac, because we were far away from this one. It looked dangerous, and it literally just blew up. It was like a big piece of dynamite.
I have no memory of this.
I'm scared of fireworks, actually. I'm not
This
going
is
to
the
buy
first
any.
I've ever heard this
Dude.
story told.
All fireworks are very, very wimpy now. We had the ladder. We had like a 16-foot ladder, and we would stack the fireworks on the steps of the ladder, and then we would light all of them at the same time in our little shows when we were like 12, 13 years old. And now everything sucks compared to that.
These
I don't
fireworks
know.
definitely do suck.
I've seen some powerful shit. There was this one rich dude I was around. He brought a whole duffel bag full of fireworks when he came home. Real
Were you
drunk.
a little kid? How old
Nope,
were you?
This was last year.
Okay, I just want to make sure you weren't like
He's
impressed
super-
by
he
something.
was drunk.
I was
He
4
was-
and they were huge.
He was super rich, and he had really crazy fireworks. Like, I never seen any shit like this. I feel like it had gunpowder and like all the fucking fireworks. And he just started shooting them into his back lawn, and there were bombs, and he was like putting them in a fire pit that was like not even that far from his back door. It was like maybe 15 feet from
Oh,
the back
so he
door.
was just being
And
dangerous.
he was just upset about Boise State losing that night or something, I think. I
Wow.
don't know. And so
Yeah,
he was
just got done beating his wife, and then he went in his backyard and started shooting
she
off
was
giant
not,
fireworks.
She wasn't even there, so who knows where she was at this time.
Dead.
But he really just came home and started setting them off. But he just, like, we were all chilling around the fire pit, like, people were drinking, some people were smoking, and then he's just like, woo! And he just like puts like a couple bombs and shit, like bomb looking things, and he's like, you guys ready? And like I was like, shit. So like everybody ran back in the house, and like nothing happened for like 5 minutes. Nothing happened, and these things are just cooking in there, and you're like, what the fuck is about to happen? And like a couple people went back outside, started shooting off. It was like it was fucking Vietnam and shit. Like people like hit the ground and like fucking explosions, and then like
Well,
shit,
wait, okay.
shit flew up, hit his trees, set his chairs on fire.
You're at this dude's house?
I'm at this dude's house for a
okay, I
weird
guess I
party. For
What kind of
a
weird
bunch
party
of weird
are you at, man?
people.
It's a weird party.
They
huh?
were-
Sketch party.
Super rich guy, weird party. This sounds interesting. We're going into something that he doesn't want to go into now. He's
It
giving
was,
me the
I
cut
don't-
signal. He's like, don't tell anybody about
I
my
don't-
crazy kingpin drug friends. They're going to kill me. So
I-
we won't talk about that. Alex, let's go. Let's talk about fucking that 14-hour energy shot you took.
Oh yeah, that was just a terrible experience.
Because that was less
altogether.
than 14 hours ago that you took that thing.
And I still
How many shits?
probably 4 shits.
You serious?
And then feeling
in the
like I
last
have
12
to shit
hours,
all
you've
day.
shit 4 times.
That's about right.
Damien, how many times have you shit in the last 4 hours?
I don't shit. I'm like a girl.
14 hours.
14. Still, dude, 4 shits in 14 hours is a lot of shit.
That's a lot more time than 4 hours.
I've taken 1 shit.
Bitch.
I've taken one
call
shit,
them poops instead?
and I ate Burger King last night, and I only
Poops.
taken one shit.
Well, guess what? I ate Burger King also at some
I
point
think you had
in that day.
Jack in the Box yesterday.
And Jack in the Box.
Jack and the Bee Fish. That's gross. Hell
Dirty
yeah.
Box.
Dirty
Dirty
fast
tacos.
food.
Filthy.
You never feel good after you eat fast food. You always feel terrible. Even I've gotten to the point where I feel terrible like as I'm ordering it. I start to feel terrible just once
the
I
shame
get
just
once I get in
washes
that
over
drive-through line, and it's just like you hope somebody gets behind you so you're unable to back up, because if it takes more than like 1 minute, I would probably back up and leave. But then
So
I get
impatient.
boxed in, and I just have like the instant like, all right, I'm not just gonna drive through this fucking window and not order fast food.
I'm in it for the long haul now, baby.
So many times I'm like thinking about pulling off right before they give the food to me, like or like right before I hand them my money. Sometimes after I give them the money, I'm just like, I won't do
Wow.
it. I'm not gonna get this food. Fuck it.
That's some dedication.
That is
but I don't
that is
do
a
it.
shame.
But I'm so
That's
shameful.
That's our society. We're in such shame
so
of eating
bad.
that fast food anymore.
I'm
You
just
can't.
like, why don't I take this $4 and just buy some bread and I don't know, bananas and peanut butter or something? Like,
Well, you could
that would be
be
so much better.
You could be in the fast food line and like see some like homeless drunk guy who's like got like racist like tattoos on him, and just the guy that everybody else would hate, and you'd be like, God, that guy must think I'm an asshole. As you're sitting in that fast food line, that's the level of shame we're at. So yeah, we both ate fast food yesterday. Damien, did you eat fast food yesterday?
I didn't for the first time in a couple days.
Did you eat fast food
Nice
twice yesterday, Alex, or just once?
No, I ate it twice.
You ate fast food twice.
Yeah, I hoard out.
This guy is unhealthy. People, that
Shit happens
imagine
when you're drunk all the time.
McDonald's for breakfast, and then Jack in the Box.
No, it was Burger King for breakfast, and it wasn't even
Oh,
Burger King breakfast.
disgusting.
It was Burger King like a fucking Whopper.
Burger King is terrible breakfast. I would never eat Burger King breakfast. McDonald's breakfast
Whoppers
for sure.
on Whoppers. Yeah.
It was like a Whopper
Everybody's
followed by a
breakfast
chicken
is gross.
sandwich.
See, I feel like this is the podcast where we
Chicken
talk
sandwich
about
with
how
syrup on it?
good fast food tastes and why we're willing to go through such shame to eat it.
It tastes amazing.
How do they make it
Puts a
taste so
tingle in your
good?
wiener.
People pretend like it doesn't taste good.
People
Black
are liars.
magic.
People are like, I went to McDonald's and I ate those burgers and nuggets and fries and it wasn't even good. You fucking ate it because it was really good. You know, that shit tasted fucking awesome.
Why was there no evidence of you going there?
And do you
after
ever throw
went
away fast food? They have to really fuck up the fast food for you not to finish it all. Have you ever had just like a couple fries and like 3 pieces of your burger still left? You're like, oh, I can't finish those. But whenever you cook at home, it's like, oh, I guess I'll save this for later because it's not that good. I don't want to eat it all.
Yeah,
You never fucking
I
save fast food.
I microwave McDonald's fries from time to time.
You just got too many fries. You couldn't finish them. I've never not been able to finish my fries.
We got a savage eater over here.
God, I can't give them up. It's so good. Unless they fuck it up. Like if they cook it poorly and it's mushy or some shit, or just old.
No, I
if they're
hate their fries. They don't
sometimes
even
you get
they
the
don't even
old
have
stuff.
potatoes in them. My little brother pisses me off because he has such terrible eating habits. Like, because he's a little kid, he's a little boy. It happens, but like, he's just like, I like McDonald's fries. I'm like, there's not even potatoes in them. Like, I cracked open the fry, and it's literally there was like not even a.
You're like
not
trying
even
to
a-
show him that
not
there's
even a little bit. I
nothing
was like,
good
it's
in
just
there.
you're eating a fried case of kind of the shape of a fry, but somehow all the potatoes gone. And he's just like,
Did he
oh
think
well, I don't care.
he didn't care?
He's annoying because he's smart, so he knows what
How old
he's
is
doing.
he?
He's patronizing me. He's like 10,
Oh.
but he's a smart kid. Like, he's quick.
Yeah.
He's quick for his age. So like, I know when he says that, he doesn't have anything to say, but he just kind of, I don't know, he can just get away with shit like that. Like, well, I still like it. Whatever.
Is he overweight?
No, he's not. He's very,
not?
very, very,
Oh,
very
okay.
skinny kid. He
I was
eats
gonna
whatever
say-
he wants, but he's got fucked up teeth. He's learned his lesson. He doesn't brush his teeth. He's got fake teeth and shit.
He's 10 years old. He's got fake teeth.
Yeah, I think my mom caught him one time, like, getting spoonfuls of sugar and just putting them in his mouth and just like nothing but like just pure
Animal.
sugar. Just
Wow.
and like he
Just
would
going for
like
that
he
high.
wouldn't eat dinner, but he would have that. And
How
like,
can that be? Like the
just take
decisions
scoops
that
of
you
Nutella.
make until you're 10 years old, you could already be losing your teeth.
I don't know, do you even have all your grown-up teeth when you're 10?
I don't think so.
No, his baby teeth.
Maybe he's losing baby teeth.
His
Maybe you're
baby teeth
confused.
he looked like a
Damien.
meth head. His baby teeth, he looked like a meth head. His teeth are all yellow and falling out.
What? That he must have some sort of disease. That's not normal.
He just ate too much
Like,
and doesn't brush his teeth. Like,
Eating too much and not brushing your teeth,
He
I don't
eats
think
a
makes
lot
your
of
teeth fall out though.
yeah. No.
Are you kidding me? If I
Everybody's
stop brushing
teeth
my
fall out
teeth, will my
sometimes.
teeth fall
Dude,
out?
this kid's eating ratio is fucking
Dude.
ridiculous though.
I don't know about that.
He never eats
He's
regular
got
dinner.
gingivitis, if that's a thing. I know that is a thing. I don't know if
Well,
that's the
he
thing, but
did
he
it to
has
himself.
something like
I don't
that.
know what that thing is.
That may be
Yeah.
true, but I'm
could
saying
be.
It's a
he
gum
did it to
disease.
himself.
If
He gave it to himself. It's got to be his fault in some way, shape, or form. He's
Yo.
got to take credit.
He's blaming the 10-year-old kid for losing his
You
teeth.
can't be eating spoonfuls of sugar.
Yeah, you did.
Expecting to
I
keep
mean,
them
I've
teeth.
eaten spoonfuls of sugar before. Have you, Alex?
No.
No, he's never eaten spoonfuls of sugar. I guess I'm a fucking lucky guy to still have all my choppers. So I gave the guys a little spreadsheet here earlier with some stats from last year's NFL football season, regular season
And
statistics.
they're all gay as fuck. The stats are whack.
They're not good stats apparently because his teams all suck.
I don't even have a team.
He doesn't even
and
have
they
a
all
team.
sucked.
And he's saying stats suck. How can you be an NFL fan and not have a team?
I just like players. I just like watching certain players.
What players do you like?
I love to hate them and how terrible people they are.
Well, who do you like?
Who I love to hate? Colin Kaepernick. He's a terrible.
stud.
He seems like a terrible person and a stud.
So you love him in what way?
Physically.
Like physically, you
The
probably
only way you can.
okay.
Physically.
I
Love
can
a
see
man
that. I can see
and his
that. You
bum.
know, if I step out of my shoes and look at it, you know, through your eyes, I could see how you could be into that. But why do you
No,
hate
you gotta
him?
look at it through
Why do you
his
hate
eyes.
him,
It's his
though?
eyes that you get lost in. What?
Don't look him in the eyes.
Look into his
But
penis.
and so you love him because he's hot, and you hate him.
That pure hotness.
You hate him because
He's hot. That's
oh,
also why
He's
I
too
hate him.
hot.
He's
this is
too
a
damn
fucking
hot.
bad
What
rap
is
song is being created right now. This is fucking nuts. It's like they know what I'm gonna say next. So let's talk about the
Let's talk about
Pittsburgh
your
Steelers.
Team, your shitty team.
Now the Steelers are
Yeah.
the best team in football.
We're gonna talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers and see if you can figure out who's a Pittsburgh Steelers
great.
fan in this room.
They had a great
He's
off season so far.
he takes the word fanatic in the title and he defines it.
They're
as
all stars. They got
he's
the
a
number one QB.
terribly fanatic fan.
The backfield tandem is out of control.
And he still thinks Ben Roethlisberger is like a top 3 quarterback in the
Try
NFL.
top one, buddy.
Yeah, he can still say that he thinks Berger is the best quarterback in the league.
Number one defense.
If you want to test a fan for delusion, just ask them to rank their team's quarterback, and you can see
Big
how
Ben,
crazy people
number
are.
one.
It doesn't work if you're a Packers fan because your quarterback is the best quarterback in the league.
Number 4 according to the players, though.
The players, that thing isn't even over yet, is it?
Yeah, but Aaron Rodgers is already on the list, Daddy.
What? And he was number 4.
11.
Aaron Rodgers was number 11 on the top 100.
Yeah, dude.
He was number 1
No,
last
I
year.
don't-
No, he's number
Yeah,
6
no,
last year.
yeah.
He was
No.
number 1 the year
No.
after they won the Super
No.
Bowl.
Yeah.
That was like 10 years
That
ago.
was like the second year they did though.
He's washed up. He's like retired by now.
Well, no, you see, the NFL.
Isn't he as old as Brett Favre? By
I
now?
think he's approaching Peyton Manning status.
I think you age faster
Oh
when
my
you play for
God,
the Packers.
you guys are joking.
A couple of jokers in here.
Well, he is in age. He's actually his football age is younger than his actual age because he sat behind Favre for 3 years.
Yeah, but he's been injured
So he was
much
just
already.
healing up and learning. That's why he was able to come in and just be such a terror right
Just
away.
been-
He was able to take Brett Favre's spot
That
on the
number
roster,
2,
and
working
Brett
on that
Favre
mustache.
still had some good years left in him.
No, he didn't.
Who was before Roethlisberger?
Tommy Maddox.
Tom Maddox. That guy gave us
Very
a
good
lot of
replacement.
terrible games. Terrible games. You were always pissed off because he sucked.
He had one all right season.
He had how many years was he the starter?
Like 3.
That's it. That's all you get. 3 years and you're fucking out of the league basically.
Well, he started for. He was supposed to be John Elway's backup in Denver.
Mm-hmm.
when he came into the league, and then he did really terrible. Dropped out, sold real estate, got back in.
Really, he left football completely.
Yeah, he
and
started
came back.
for the Steelers when he was like 31 or 32. He was already pretty old.
Oh.
He was not a franchise quarterback.
Who was he? Who was he competing against? It must have not been like a clear-cut starter when he was a starter. Was it Charlie Batch?
No,
Was it
not sure.
Cordell Stewart?
Cordell Stewart was before him.
Cordell
was
Stewart.
He might have eventually.
I was too young
been the
to
one that
really
replaced
remember
him.
Cordell Stewart.
Cordell Stewart was an animal.
I remember him on NFL Blitz. That's all I need to know.
I've
That
heard
shit was
good
tight.
things about him,
Punt,
but
pass, and kick.
you try to watch those old football games and you can't. I at least can't pay attention to them. They don't hold up. Like even if you watch a football game from like 2 or 3 years ago, it doesn't hold up because they improve it so much every single season.
Michael Vick says he was the first running quarterback. I don't think so.
You think it was Cordell Stewart?
Cordell.
What about Aaron
Speed.
Brooks?
Aaron Brooks is
Did he ever
terrible.
even play?
I liked Aaron
yeah,
Brooks.
He was the Saints guy.
He was pretty good for a while.
Just
I
because he was on
I
the
was-
Packers for
tight.
like a year.
I was mad when they got rid of Aaron Brooks. He was so cheap in a couple of the Maddens because he was
They should have got rid of Favre.
he was athletic enough to like be able to roll out and do all that annoying stuff on the
All you could
sidelines.
do was scramble before they fixed that.
Yeah, and then he could still make the throws. He was like the poor man's Michael Vick. The
Poverty Vic you could get in the late rounds for fantasy draft.
and that was one of the first games that you could actually play Madden online, and it was just so glitchy. There was so many exploits. You like could not play a fair game. Like people could block every kick and every punt because of the hacks that you could have around
Online,
the
all you
gameplay.
had to do was press the show coverage button
Oh,
until
yeah.
it stopped showing.
And you could figure out exactly when your opponent was about to hike the ball and jump it
For the
every
punt,
time,
yeah.
and you wouldn't get called offsides.
Dumb.
And so you weren't really actually playing football games online. It was just like who could cheat the other guy the most was where the best players were. It wasn't running plays. It was exploiting
It's real life.
and dominating. They've gotten it a lot
Survival
better
of the
now.
fittest.
The new Madden is ridiculous. I'm going to get an Xbox One here eventually. When I feel like I need to waste a lot of time, I'm
And
going to get
money.
that Xbox One. It's more the time because I know if I get it, I'll play the shit out of it. So I'm going to wait until a couple more games come out that I want because they don't really have that many good games. What do they have besides Madden? Call of Duty? Is there a new Call of Duty out?
Probably.
See, they pretty much just have the Madden. It's a good Madden game, though.
They got Assassin's Creed.
They got Assassin's Creed. I never played
Yeah.
that.
A couple other big franchise names. If you like those solo dolo video games.
I never really got into the solo games. I love the multiplayer games. If they make a new Halo, new Call of Duty, new Splinter Cell, if they had a new Splinter Cell,
Splinter Cell's a pretty tight game.
what if they had a 36 player Splinter Cell game?
A
Everybody's a
combination of
spy.
Madden
You just-
and Splinter Cell.
You have like
Football
just a
spies.
super like high level stealth game.
Football mercs.
Football mercs. They need to come out with that shit. I don't know why it's taking so long. Either we're less impressed by shit
That's
than we
obvious.
used to be, or they're not innovating anything. It's just the same game over and over again with
It
the
just
just
looks a
better
little better.
graphics, a little better graphics, and a few new features. They need to use this new technology and new ability that they have to actually make a new gaming
Make me a
experience.
football player. Make me famous. That's the technology they need.
They need to make it like Dota 2 or League of Legends. That's like a whole new genre of game type. It's what's it called? The online team battle arena genre.
Free game, but spend money if you want to get an unfair advantage.
It's not really an unfair advantage. You can spend money to get a slight advantage, but it just depends on the level of nerd that you are. But yeah, they're free games. I think Dota 2 is $10. League of Legends is free, and then you can buy like other heroes or other characters that you can play as. But that's like if you don't know what that is, it's a 5 versus 5. It's like a real-time chess game with 5 different players as the pieces, and you oversee the battle, and you just control one piece, and you have your 4 teammates, and you play against just 5 other guys. You can have preformed teams, or you can join up with just random people on your team, and it's really, really hard to work together. It's a real cooperative experience, a high-level cooperative experience, and there's people that compete for tons of money on it. But you played League of Legends, though, right, Alex?
Yep.
Did I explain that pretty well? Would you say that paints a good picture? Or is League? I never played League of Legends. Is it much different than that?
Kind of, but in chess,
No, I mean
one player doesn't just terribly ruin a team.
Well, yeah. Well, no. In chess, you move your pieces around and set up like on the actual like mini map. You know, you have your 5 guys and you're moving around, setting up together. You know, like coordinating.
If you're good.
The same way that you like coordinate your pieces in a chess game. You like oversee the battle that way. At least that's how I look at chess.
So you're like a god of chess.
Yeah, you're like
chess wizard.
but you're only controlling one piece, so it adds the cooperative aspect to it. But
Yeah, I don't play those games, so this sounds fucking crazy.
It's pretty cool shit, man.
It's all right.
The game lasts between 20 minutes to like 45 minutes.
Oh shit.
And
A
it
long
can
time.
take way longer too.
Like you can have long games if people are kind of stalemated out, you know, just like a chess game. We'll just put it back to chess one more time. But League of Legends is essentially the same game.
Same game.
That Dota is all that I really play lately. Oh man, France almost scored.
That was Germany.
Germany almost scored.
Valiant effort.
It was so close that I almost cared about soccer again for a brief second.
I
I was
almost
just like,
knew
oh my god,
which team was who?
soccer is so cool. Everybody in America loves soccer now. Probably not.
Haven't you seen those commercials?
They know.
I heard
Where
that
they got the hot chick and she's like,
I love soccer.
"Hey, I like soccer, and you are all white males, so you like soccer now too."
We just agree. Yep.
Yep.
Yes, we do.
Yes, hot girl.
I love soccer too. Because we're dumb. We don't have any sort of like, you know, we just kind of get drawn to things very easily. Yeah.
Especially.
Really stupid. Don't think much at all. It's how it's portrayed, at least in most stuff.
Ata.
Turn into little monkeys. But yeah, fuck soccer. It's over. Nobody cares about it.
Yeah, and fuck foreigners too.
Yeah. Why you say that?
For liking soccer.
Oh, for liking soccer. You know, that somebody might cut that up and you could look pretty bad.
Somebody could cut it up.
They're gonna cut that up and you're gonna be regretting what you just did.
Nope.
Okay, maybe he won't. But yeah, fucking why? I guess you like soccer if you have a good soccer team, right? And all these guys, all they have is the good soccer team. They don't have really much else good, so
Some
they're
don't even
really
have good soccer teams.
they're really on board with that soccer team. Like, you know, high schools, they have their couple good teams that anybody cares about. Everybody else, nobody gives a fuck about. Right? Nobody gives a fuck.
I guess so.
You just care about the one team. Like if you're
The
a
sport
city,
that you like.
like if you're a city, like if you're in New York, you only give a fuck about the team that's winning. You don't give a fuck about the teams that are losing.
They like all their teams though.
They like them, but like the level of giving like actually caring and talking about, it only happens when your
They're
team
so
wins.
spoiled. Like
It's
we
the
don't
whole
have
name of the game.
we don't have a pro sports team. It's so
They have,
crazy
like,
to live here.
18 different sports teams.
Well, people always get mad at you for being a fair weather fan. Like, what are you gonna do when your team's losing? You're not gonna be running around fucking talking shit about your team. Nobody's gonna even know you're a fan until they win, and then you're like celebrating it. They're like, "Well, I never seen you celebrating it before." You're like, "Dude, they sucked forever. What am I supposed to do? Come up to you and be like, yeah, my team
Those aren't real fans.
4-12 last season.
I
You know,
celebrate losses. I'm a real fan.
I wanted to send you a
Talk to the
text and be
Raiders
like,
fans.
fuck you, my team beat your team, but we always lose, so yeah, so you didn't know.
Why don't you just go and talk to Matt King and talk to him about talking shit?
But there are real Fairweather fans. I'd say if you're a fan of a team that sucks though
Jacksonville.
for a long time and then your team starts winning, people can't. they
The
can't
men
do
in
that.
teal.
Not Jacksonville.
Jacksonville is a terrible team. I guess he's one idiot that actually does talk shit about his terrible
That's
team.
right. Blaine Fire Dick Gabbard. On the
Yeah.
49ers now, by the way.
Well, he has
looking
just-
amazing, according to Mr. Harbaugh.
Overwhelming confidence in a terrible team. It's hard to come by.
Terrible.
It takes a certain type of idiot to have that sort of confidence.
Special type of it.
There, what would that be called? A special type of fan who is a fan of a terrible team and still thinks they're good. What sort of syndrome is that? That's the king syndrome.
Secret King?
It's the king syndrome. You think your fucking fanhood is that important that your terrible team is actually good,
His
and
confidence
you're so
is based
confident
within the team.
that you let people know that your team really isn't as terrible as they always come out being, and their players aren't as terrible as they always end up playing.
They got the biggest screen, though, down there now.
They're going to be lucky to be a team in 5 years.
Super big.
I think Boise needs a professional foot now. I'm not even going to finish that statement. Because
Good
we
try,
don't.
though.
We don't need it. You know what we need is a double A
professional cowboy
baseball
team.
team. We need to
Hawks
upgrade to
moving
double A
up.
baseball.
Professional rodeo stars.
Oh, fuck
more
that.
of them.
Rodeo's so gay.
We got so
Cowboy
much
team.
cow.
I'm
A
12.
team of cowboys
I'm
that
12.
are better
that was
than the
my
Dallas
12-year-old
Cowboys.
insult.
Look at my belt buckle. This means something.
Yeah, this sucks being around all the rodeos and what else do they got? Bull riding. I guess that's part of the rodeo.
Cocksucking.
Horse racing is cool. We
Boots.
got the cool Le Bois. That place needs to build up.
They serve a lot of beer.
They do.
Go on ladies'
You
night.
can lose a lot of money gambling on horses, and you can win very little.
Horses are very unreliable. Is what I've come to.
I've studied a
Find
lot
out.
of gambling, not so much specifically betting on horse races, but it is some of the worst, most terrible odds I've ever seen. Your odds of winning and how much you have to wager. Like, the return on it is terrible.
They don't make money on you winning.
I guess people just get the thrill of watching those horses.
It makes me think they're so sick.
They are
People who love
majestic
watching
when
those
they
horses.
run until
God.
something bad happens and one of their legs snaps in half.
Do you think it really is any of the horses are actually that much better than the other horses, or is it just which one feels like running fast that day?
I think it's the
'Cause
lightest jockey, actually.
do they really know that they're racing? Do horses understand the concept of racing?
Horses are pretty smart, dude. I hear they can count.
Like, they know that, hey, I'm trying to get to around this track faster than this other guy?
Possibly.
I don't think they know.
I'm not a horse whisperer, though.
They could.
Not
I don't know.
anymore.
Somebody write in and tell us, because we like to take letters, self-addressed, stamped, hand-delivered letters. We'll take those.
Bringing them back.
That used to be on all the stupid little cartoons at the end of like all that. They would have their
Self-addressed
little
stamped envelope.
you send them to, and they would give you the address to send them letters. I never sent a letter, but they asked me to every day.
Mail them in, you little fox.
They really wanted to hear from us. I wasn't the type of kid to actually fucking send a letter to
Support
somebody.
your government.
Send
Buy
a letter.
stamps.
Send a letter to our producers in California so we can throw it in the garbage and burn it, sell it. I don't know what
Selling children's mail
selling children's mail.
to pedophiles.
That could work. God, Damien is just fucking watching the soccer game like he's not even paying
This
attention.
horrible
It's still
soccer game.
0-1.
hasn't changed in the last 60 minutes.
That's exactly what I thought about the Mexico game, and then my whole life changed. So I feel
No, what? Nothing changed. You just stopped caring about soccer.
no, I still care about
That's
it.
not really a change.
No, I
That's
only
just
care
a
about the World Cup.
feeling.
Oh,
France is
I
no
don't care about the World
Netherlands,
Cup.
though. Let's not give them that type of credit.
God, the coaches in soccer, do they do anything at all?
They look pretty sharp.
All they do is just make terrible faces and act outraged whenever a call goes the other way. They're like, look at the reaction from the coach. Wow, what
When
a
one
coach.
of those boys goes down out there,
He's out there screaming.
you know his heart skips a beat.
God, every time one of those guys looks like they're about to die, when they fall down with just such conviction that they just had the Anderson Silva knee, shin snap happen to him. Silva didn't even flinch when he snapped his entire leg in half, and these guys cry like little girls every time they stub their toes.
I think he tapped. I think
Well,
he tapped after
I
that.
think he said, "Hey, my leg Verbal tap.
Did he
Yeah,
like
he just said it calmly.
limp off the out of the octo?
Dude, we do have Chris Weidman versus Lyoto Machida tonight.
That's gonna be a battle.
No, I'm sorry, it's not tonight. It's tomorrow night. That's UFC 175 tomorrow
Why
night
isn't it tonight?
because it's Friday. It's July 4th.
Oh shit!
Shit, I hope that's the case because I
That's
just
cool.
assumed it was on Saturday.
3-day weekends are cool for everyone.
We'll have to check that out. I would check it out, but I got to keep this thing on the rails here. It's a tough
We're
one.
falling. Bong hits, bong hits, bong hits.
1/3 is indisposed right now. We'll be back momentarily.
He's just expanding his mind.
But yeah, who you got in Lyoto versus Chris Weidman?
I'm gonna have to just pull for the old Weidman, going with the champ.
Yeah, Chris Weidman. I think that is a solid pick. Really, I think either guy could win
I
it.
want to watch these men wrestle.
Grease him up.
Well, the thing
Hard
about
attack.
Chris Weidman is he's undefeated. Nobody's cracked the code for Chris Weidman, but he really hasn't been tested. But how can you say that when he's faced Anderson Silva, arguably the greatest MMA fighter of all time, other than Fedor, and he's been beaten twice by Weidman. Both were kind of fluky wins. But what other, does he have to beat Machida to be legit?
No, he's already legit. Saying he's not is pretty stupid.
I was talking to Giorgio, and he was saying that he
Yeah, I saw
he
your
doesn't
little
like Weidman.
conversation.
He doesn't seem to like Weidman too much.
That's weird because he's white, right?
I don't know. I think he's right though, because both of his like you can beat Anderson Silva twice very unconvincingly. He did it. Like if that's what he was trying to do. So if he comes out and he outclasses Machida, I think he's going to be pretty legit. But Machida is fast.
Anderson Silva needs to drink more milk.
Well, the way that Machida took apart Gegard Mousasi, did you see that fight?
No, I missed that one.
Mousasi is really good. I think that's how you say his name. I hope it's close.
Saucy.
Gigar.
He's really good, and he just got picked apart by Lyoto for 5 rounds. It was pretty solid victory.
Ain't no bitch.
But Gegard is really
He
good
was
too,
the light
though.
heavyweight champ.
Like Gegard is a
Fighting at middle
high-level
now.
striker, and he just recently beat somebody pretty well too. I can't remember who it was. He got an early stoppage.
Sassy's pretty good, but I would have to definitely say Machida was the favorite in that fight.
Yeah, Machida was, but Machida did it very convincingly. It was, it was not. There wasn't a doubt. It wasn't controversial at all. He was superior to him, and we've seen Mousasi pick apart guys that aren't as good as him in the same way. When he was supposed to fight Gustafsson, I think it was.
He fought that little fat Swedish guy.
Yeah, he was
that
supposed to
didn't
fight
train
somebody
for it.
and then the guy he was supposed to fight got hurt, and they just threw in this guy who had no business being in the ring with him, and he got picked apart. But he did it well, though.
Jabbed in the face for 3 rounds.
He just went for those really slow, embarrassing takedowns where you just know
He was
that
a wrestler.
there's absolutely zero hope he's getting this takedown. He's gonna get punched in the face 3 or 4 times as he goes in
Speed
for
level
it.
was embarrassing. Completely different.
The punishment that those guys take is pretty ridiculous.
I never watched that shit.
If you think about getting punched in the face, like I've really never been punched really in the face.
It
It's no
pissed me
fun.
off.
And
Don't
in
do
the
it.
little bit that I
That's so
have,
bad.
like
I'll
if
start
they're
crying.
boxing gloves on or something, that shit hurts.
I'll cry.
And it's
no fun.
usually you're getting punched by somebody that doesn't know how to really punch. These guys are getting
still
punched
cry.
repeatedly by guys that really know how to punch and kick in every part of their body.
So what you're saying is fighting is scary.
Oh my God, it's ridiculous.
France, Germany,
Oh yeah,
with about 0 seconds left.
yeah. So I'm rooting for just a good fight. Really, I want to
Let's hope it'll be a
see.
good fight.
I want to see if Chris Weidman can beat Machida. I think is a great challenge. And
Weidman's
Machida's
a
at 185 now.
Good
so
wrestler. Machida's jiu-jitsu.
this is Machida's
karate.
chance to be the champion of 2 weight classes in the UFC, because he was a light
Be
heavyweight
impressive.
champion. Whoever wins this fight is going to be sitting at that top spot, number 1 ranked pound for pound, I'd say.
I don't think so.
I think so. You have John
John
Jones,
Jones.
number 1, but then it's going to
Yeah.
be either Machida or Weidman after that.
What about Aldo? How many times has he defended that title without really any contest?
Yeah, he's up there too, but I don't think he's at the same level. Those lighter weight guys, they don't get they don't get the same respect. I think the higher weight you are, it really does add something in the UFC in terms of just how difficult it is, because you got guys that fight
I
at
feel
high
like
weights.
they give the lighter weights more respect, because how many
But I'm saying
how
that
many heavyweights would you put pound for pound in top 10?
it's a lot harder to be the best light heavyweight,
Maybe
or
one
light heavyweight or
Kane?
heavyweight, than it is to be the lighter guy, because you have those guys that are like 205. Like Machida was 205 and he dropped down. Does that mean he dropped down because he couldn't keep competing at that 205 weight class? I think so. So he had to go farther down to have a chance to compete.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
well, he was a smaller guy already. He was only about 6 feet.
All right, guys, I'm about to go leave. I think I'm about to go challenge some people to some mixed martial arts.
Are you heading out, Damien?
Mm-hmm.
You got to roll?
It's
Okay.
time to leave.
Go snap some necks.
All right. Well, we're going to take
go cash some checks and snap some necks.
we'll take a brief
Firecrackers.
pause here. We'll be back a little bit later this afternoon.
Chill, man.